Regensburg is a city in eastern Bavaria in Germany, at the confluence of the Danube, Naab and Regen rivers, Danube's northernmost point. It is the capital of the Upper Palatinate subregion of the state. With more than 150,000 inhabitants, Regensburg is the fourth largest city in the state of Bavaria after Munich, Nuremberg and Augsburg, and the eighth largest of all cities on the Danube River. From its foundation as an imperial Roman river fort, the city has been the political, economic, and cultural center of the surrounding region. Later, under the rule of the Holy Roman Empire, it housed the Perpetual Diet of Regensburg. The medieval center of the city was made a UNESCO World Heritage Site in 2006 because of its well-preserved architecture, being the biggest medieval city site north of the Alps and the city's historical importance for assemblies during the Holy Roman Empire. In 2014, Regensburg was among the top sites and travel attractions in Germany. At the medieval Old Town Hall of Regensburg on the Town Hall Square, three buildings built at different times can be distinguished. In the south, the Imperial Hall building with a bay window, followed by the Portal building with staircase and gate passage, and to the east of the passage, the oldest Town Hall building in the style of a patrician house with the Town Hall Tower. In this oldest building is the seat with reception hall of the mayor and other rooms for associated offices and for the registry office. The remaining offices of the city administration and also the citizens' office are located in the new town hall on Schauplatz. Heideplatz is one of many squares in Regensburg's Old Town. As a particularly large square, now in the center of the Old Town, the square gained particular importance over the years of the early Middle Ages due to increasing settlement soon after the Romans left the neighboring Roman camp to the east. In the late Middle Ages, the square was surrounded by large medieval buildings and thus gained particular importance for public events. The Regensburg Museum of History currently resides in a former Minorite monastery, is a museum of the history, art, and culture of Regensburg and eastern Bavaria from the Stone Age to the present day. The former monastery of St. Salvator, located in the city's Schauplatz district, was founded in 1221 by the Bishop of Regensburg Conrad IV of Frontenhausen, Count Otto VIII of Bavaria, and King Henry VII. Collegiate Parish Church of St. Cassian. The Collegiate Parish Church of St. Cassian in Regensburg is the second oldest church in the city after the Collegiate Church of the Old Chapel and is one of the earliest documented church buildings in Bavaria. The listed church has a rich architectural history and has been subject to radical changes in various eras. Today, the interior and the north facade are dominated by the Rococo style. The church has been continuously cared for by the Collegiate of Our Lady of the Old Chapel since 1225. Goliath House is an imposing, battlemented, early Gothic, former house castle from the period 1220-30s in the old town of Regensburg. The house lies in a north-south direction between the streets Goliath Strasse in the north and Wattmarkt in the south. Porta Praetoria. In Regensburg, the Porta Praetoria refers to the visibly preserved remains of the north gate of the former Roman legionary camp Castra Regina, which was built in the 2nd century AD. The remains of the gate had been preserved as invisible fittings in the walls of a brewery building east of the Bishop's Court, which had been built after 1650. It was not until 1885, when the brewery buildings were demolished, that the considerable remains of the Roman camp gate were rediscovered and uncovered. Along with the larger Porta Nigra in Trier and the Port Saint Ander and the Port de Rue in Autun, the Porta Praetoria is one of the few preserved Roman gate systems north of the Alps. Regensburg Sausage Kitchen. The historic Sausage Kitchen of Regensburg is a restaurant in Regensburg. This is notable as perhaps the oldest continuously open public restaurant in the world. In 1135, a building was erected as the construction office for the Regensburg Stone Bridge. Until at 1800, the specialty was Gesaten's Fleisch, boiled meat, but when the family who currently own the restaurant took over in 1806, charcoal grilled sausages were introduced as the main dish offered. The Regensburg Museum of Danube Shipping is a maritime museum of river shipping on the River Danube and other rivers, situated in the city of Regensburg. It also contains art collections on that topic, along with material on boatmen's work and training. Its main exhibits are the steam tugboat Rudhof Rijksand and the diesel tug Freudenau. The World Heritage Visitor Center Regensburg introduces visitors of all ages to the attractions, services, and unique history of the town. Modern media installations and interactive displays provide delightful insights into Regensburg's heritage and spark curiosity to explore the World Heritage City. The exhibition space is found on 2 floors in the Salt Warehouse. The permanent exhibit is on the 1st floor and contains an interactive array of media installations and displays. The ground floor has room for traveling exhibits and for group activities. Stone Bridge. The Stone Bridge in Regensburg is a 12th century bridge across the Danube linking the old town with Stadtamhof. For more than 800 years, until the 1930s, it remained the city's only bridge across the river. It is a masterwork of medieval construction and an emblem of the city. The south end of the bridge may have been the location of an ancient city gate. The early 16th century Amberg salt store and the early 17th century Regensburg salt store were built against it. The stone bridge is an arch bridge with 16 arches. At the south end, the first arch and first pier were incorporated into the Regensburg salt store when it was built in 1616-20, but remain in place under the approach road to the bridge. An archaeological investigation was performed in 2009 and revealed fire damage during the Middle Ages. The bridge and the cathedral are the two major emblems of the city. However, the bridge has been seriously damaged by heavy traffic in recent decades and by water and salt damage from poor drainage and lack of sealing of the masonry. The bridge has been under restoration since 2010. Completion was originally expected in 2014, but then postponed until 2017 at the earliest. Temporary bridges are being used to enable the over 120,000 annual users of the bridge to bypass the section being rebuilt. Basilica of the Nativity of Our Lady Regensburg. The Basilica of the Nativity of Our Lady, also Basilica of the Nativity of Our Lady to the Ancient Chapel or Alten Capella, it is the oldest Catholic place of worship in Bavaria and one of the most important churches in the city of Regensburg, in the south of Germany. The Collegiate Church and smaller basilica is part of an old abbey dedicated to the Virgin founded by the Emperor Henry II, ruler of the Holy Roman Empire in the 1002. With a Baroque style of the 18th century, it is one of the masterpieces of the Rococo decoration in Europe, in the style dictated by the school of renown Weissenbrunn.